it's Rob from Wheelworx Bike Shop in Dublin. Look how good the weather is today, November. We're out in t-shirts. So we're unboxing Trek Madone. This is an SL6 in medium, in white. This is one of the nicer colours, I really like this. So the SL6 is the second model up in the range of the Trek Madones. It's got 105 Di2. It's obviously a carbon frame. It runs Bontrager Elite 35mm wheels. And we'll get straight into it. I'll let you have a look at the colour as soon as I get the handlebars off. So it's a sort of a prismatic-y white. Hopefully the sound is okay. It's a little bit breezy today. So the Madone is Trek's aero all-round do-everything race bike. Aero lightweight. It used to be just their aero bike, and the Amanda was the lightweight. They've combined both aero and lightweight into the new Madone. The new SLR Madones come with aero bottles, and when it's tested with the aero bottles in place, Trek claim it's as fast as the outgoing full aero bike without the bottles. And of course everybody then says, well, what if I just put the aero bottles onto my old Generation 7 Madone? And that's what I've done. And maybe it makes me faster, but you know, we're talking tiny fractions of a second, but they look cool. So we've got this sort of white marbly effect paint with a speckle through it. You can't really see it that well today without the sun. We might get sun in a minute. Break through for like 15 seconds. This is running 12 speed 105 Di2, so electronic shifting. Hydraulic disc brakes obviously. Yes, that's a new Trek.
Is that the new Trek in the shop?
No, it's a new Trek outside the shop. So, the SL is Trek's 500 series carbon fibre. The SLR, the top of the range, is the new 900 series. So, it'll be a lighter version of this, but the price differential will be fairly dramatic. The SL is a much cheaper bike. It's, like I said, it's running 105 Di2, new 12 speed, Bontrager Aeolus Elite 35mm wheels, and Bontrager 30 R3 tyres, and they are 28mm as standard now. They come set up tubeless ready, with tubeless valves fitted. They used to come tubeless ready with tubes fitted and you had to convert it over, but they are ready to be set up tubeless, and that's the way Trek recommend you set them up. And certainly in my experience, tubeless is it's come on a long way, and it's a much better option now. I ride tubeless all the time. The tyres are easier to fit, they're easier to ride, it's certainly faster. It's more comfortable because you can run them at a lower pressure. So I'm just under 70 kilos, and I'd ride, when I'm riding 28s, our roads are pretty rough, chip seal, and I'd ride about 60-65 psi if I was riding in Europe, somewhere like Mallorca or in continental Europe where the roads are much smoother, I'd run a slightly higher pressure, maybe 75. But it depends, I suppose, on how good or not your roads are. But when you're setting it up tubeless, you can run a much lower pressure, which is more comfortable, gives you better control, better grip, and it's faster, which is really counterintuitive. We were always told to pump it up as hard as you possibly could, and when I started cycling a long time ago, I was riding 19mm tubulars, and we were pumping them up to like 150 psi on shitty Irish roads, and you may as well be riding around on solid rims for all the comfort you got out of them. And it's very counterintuitive then to be told that lower pressures and wider tyres are faster, but they actually are. I'm riding faster now than I was a number of years ago with considerably less training. And you see it with racing speeds, even at the amateur level. The guys that I ride with that still race, the racing speeds for them are going up each year as they're getting older. And that's coming from a couple of things. Obviously, training is better now, but bike technology is far superior to what it was a number of years ago. Wheel and tyre technology has moved on. So those things are all adding to the speed. The new bikes, the likes of this new Madone, is so much quicker than the outgoing Imonda that it replaces. It's faster, I think, than the existing Madone SL as well. In rolly conditions, I suppose you'd say, as opposed to in a flat straight time trial. That on the flat, the older model, while it was heavier, the weight wouldn't be as much of a consideration, so it would have been quicker. Let's see if we can find the seat post. Saddle them and make this look like a bike. Comes with sealant in the box, so we'd set it up tubeless straight away, like I said. That's seat post. And in case you're wondering what else comes in the box, it comes with a bell. Your new Madone will come with a bell. The axle lever skewers are very clever, and they've got a 4mm and a 5mm Allen key on it. So the axle skewer itself is a 5mm, but the other out at the pointy end of it is a 4mm, so you can adjust your stem or your seat post with your tyre lever. You've got a charge cable for charging your Di2, and then you got reflectors if you want to ride with reflectors, and blender bits for mounting computers and lights. Blender is Trek's integration system for mounting lights and computers directly into their handlebars and stuff like that. So we'll leave that there. I think I'm missing bits of the seat mast, so I'm going to have to find them as well. Oh, there we go. So the saddle is Von Traeger's. I think it's a Verse on this one, or is it an Aeolus? It is an Aeolus Comp. Comp is the entry-level model in the range. It's Trek's short nose saddle, so they're quite a short saddle. They've got a curve, and I tend to run the front portion of it horizontal, so it kicks up at the back, so it looks like your saddle is tilted down, but it isn't. That's the way it's designed to be ridden. Pop this in. I'm just going to put this together very quickly for those of you looking and not impressed the fact that I'm not using carbon paste or anything. It'll be going into the workshop to be built correctly once I've finished playing with it. These seat masts come in a couple of different lengths as well, so if you want to ride a taller seat mast, you can. They come in a different layback as well. So there's two laybacks. There's a think it's a 0 offset and a 20 offset. And that's something else that we're seeing change over the last few years in terms of bike fitting, and I think it's a big component of why we're going faster. It's something that we saw in triathlon fitting a long time ago. Slightly steeper seat angle, so when your hips come further forward, you're able to get lower at the front and keep your hip angle open, so you're not compromising your power. And tri bikes have done that for a long time. We're seeing it now on road bikes. A lot of the pros started off with that trend, and it allows you to get further forward and lower on the front, so you're getting more aero, and aero is so important when it comes to speed. You improve your aero today, you go faster today. You improve your fitness by training, and you go faster in 3 months. The aero thing is incredible. It just, once you do it correctly, as you make the improvements, the aero improvements, the speed comes really quickly, and the only cost is the cost of adaptation. So you have to train yourself to be able to hold what's usually a slightly more aggressive position, and that can take some time to do, but you will get the benefits immediately, and it's a very easy way to make yourself faster on the bike very quickly. So that's the Trek Madone SL6 in white, prismatic white I think they call it, and there's some nice paint detail. Ian can come in closer there and have a look and see. You've got the new Madone logo, so the 2 rings represents the generation, the 8th generation of Madone, and you got black fading to grey down to white, and the same on the seat post. You've got the ISOFlow at the back there, and you got some nice paint details, and it looks really good in the sun. So when the sun comes out, if it comes out later on today, we'll get some more video and we'll put that up as well. Thanks for watching.